We're going to be speaking today about Joshua Guilavogui, exactly why it's a really good signing for Leeds. We've done another video on that, everybody. There's 7 reasons as to why Leeds United have signed him. Make sure you check that out after this video. But today, specifically, because you guys might be thinking, Connor, what's he going to provide? How's he going to help this side? We've got 4 midfielders in there anyway. 2 are injured, but when they come back, what's this guy going to do? I'm going to present to you exactly why the data behind Josh is going to be a massive beneficiary to Leeds United this season. And before we get into the video, everybody, we are sponsored by IPM Group UK. As you guys know, your CCTV and surveillance go through Rick and the gang. Keep it in the Leeds United community. Also, football prizes. We have a brand new prize out there now, everybody. Hospitality, tickets available, really, really cheap. Link in the description below. So, Guilavogui, I wanted to start on tackles and interceptions. Throughout his career in the Bundesliga, Guilavogui has averaged around 2.3 tackles and 1.7 interceptions per game, which is pretty much above average and shows his ability to disrupt the opposition's play. His positioning and timing allow him to break up attacks really, really effectively. So standing at 6'2", everybody, you'd think, well, he's dominant, he's got presence about him, he's able to break up play. Well, not always the case. You might be 6'2", but what is your presence like? How aggressive are you? How combative are you? Well, he's been a centre-back. He's played central centre-back, left and right, across the back 3, across the back 2, but obviously defensive and central midfield as well. So he's a Swiss Army knife. He's extremely versatile, but his presence is the key thing that we're going to focus on here. 2.3 tackles per game, 1.8 interceptions per game, which put him just above average. And that's the span across his whole career. So he's very, very effective at breaking up play, ball winning, and getting his team on the move. Now, the aerial duels is massive as well. 6'2". You still need to be able to be a presence. Really, really good about Guilavogui. He has a 69% heading duel winning ability. You know, this is really, really important when Leeds are going forward. This is really important when Leeds are at the back. It just gives Leeds that word again, presence in our own box, but in the opposition's as well. Now, his passing accuracy is something that hasn't really been touched on so far. 87% passing accuracy, everybody. You're getting Leeds' average passing accuracies up the sort of mid-80s to upper echelon 80s. In some games, it'll be 90s, 100%, at 99%, etc. But Guilavogui has played at the top level throughout his entire career, really, everybody. And from that position, and bearing in mind he's played centre-back as well, his passing accuracy stands at 86%, which is really, really impressive. Alongside that, everybody, which is going to aid Leeds United's counter-attacking and our transitional play, his progressive passes from deep is 2.5 per game, which puts him just above average in the Bundesliga over his 10-year career span at Wolfsburg. Experience in top competitions is also something that we need to focus on. Over 350 top-level appearances. Now, he played for Wolfsburg, he's played for Atletico, he's played for France as well, albeit not many times. However, his career, even just lastly out at Mainz, Bundesliga, it's always been at the top level. And what the trickle-down effect there is going to be massive. You know, mentorship for youngsters, experience, but the know-how in games to break it up, add a little bit of gamesmanship, getting the referees here is going to be so unequivocally important for Leeds United going into the latter phase of the season. And I mentioned this in the previous video when 3 wins in 11 were happening and Daniel Farke was calling an experience which we didn't have, even with the 4 midfielders that we have now and the ones that start with a 22-year-old and a 23-year-old in Gruev and Ampadu. Leeds still need that base of experience, that base of competitiveness at the top level to be able to get through these big, big games. They will have that now with Guilavogui. Now, something really important as well is fouling and tactical intelligence, everybody, something that I wanted to focus on. You look at someone like Al Tanaka, how he glides across the pitch. He is so intelligent and puts himself in such good positions that he doesn't go out and need to make a big bulging tackle. He doesn't need to go out and put himself about and get his shorts mucky. You know, it's almost like a squash player when you're in the middle of the court and the guy who's fitter than you, thinner than you, is just running round and you're the fat guy in the middle just bopping him round. But your tactical intelligence, your intelligence on that squash court means that you can bop that guy around and it's easy as pie like that. I'm just talking from personal experience there when I played an uncle of mine who absolutely battered me and he was about 20 stone heavier than me. But it's all about intelligence in play, everybody. And Tanaka puts himself in these really, really intelligent positions of which his team can then counter-attack. We can get onto that transitional play of which Leeds United thrive. Guilavogui is exactly the same. In his career since 2013, he is only committing 1.2 fouls per game, which is way below the natural average, which basically means that his tactical discipline and intelligence is very, very good. Now, impressive consistency is something that I know you guys will be speaking on as well. I mean, Connor, what's the point in bringing him in? Is he going to play? Is he going to be a part of this? Well, similarly to what we were saying with Rothwell, when some were saying he's going to be a bench boy, he's not going to come onto the pitch and affect anything. I don't think we can underrate the ability that Joshua Guilavogui is at. He's going to be playing, he's been playing at the top level, and he's probably outperforming anyone in our squad right now, obviously when it comes to longevity, but being at that level for such longevity. He's played over 250 times in the Bundesliga and European matches, everybody, averaging around 28 games per season, which I know the championship is 46 games, but for what we need from Josh, it is more than enough. And even across his most recent seasons, which we're not going to be going back to 2014 to 2017 here, even across his last sort of 4 years, when you're looking at his transfer market, he has been playing 85% of games in comparison to substitutes, to starts. 87% of the games he has started, everybody, which is absolutely huge. He's coming into Leeds right now, and he's going to be a bench option, of which throughout his career, even very, very recently, he's not been used to, but that just shows what an asset Leeds have got here. Now, Guilavogui across his career as well, we always speak about distances now, don't we, and systems and players being fit and ready and match fit to participate, but participate at that top level, which you need right now. Not only will Guilavogui be playing for a deal potentially in the Premier League, in my opinion, he'll be looking at that, but I think as well, when you look at the kilometres that he's done in his career, it's really, really impressive. He's covered 13 kilometres per game on average, which is very, very impressive. And at 6'2", it shows that he gets across the pitch very effectively, very well. He takes care of himself. We mentioned this in the previous video that coaches have said about him. His stamina is evidently very good. He looks in really good nick as well. And at 34 years of age, I'm sort of not worrying from what I'm reading. Just something additional when I've been looking at him, his speed and recovery. He might not be the quickest person in terms of just out and out speed, but the distance, as we've just mentioned there previously, everybody, and his recovery rates are really, really effective. Now, his captaincy tenure as well. Guilavogui captained Wolfsburg for multiple seasons, leading the team in both Bundesliga and European League campaigns. His role as captain shows his ability to inspire, of course, but consistently competed in European competitions during his captaincy as well, did Wolfsburg. He played a crucial role in guiding the team to really strong Bundesliga finishes and navigating the complexities of European football. Responsible in his time at centre-back, right centre-back, left centre-back, defensive midfield, central midfield, to guide Wolfsburg to conceding 1.2 goals per game on average during his captaincy and time at the club, obviously when he was playing. That is very, very good and way below average as well, especially in the Bundesliga at that time. Obviously, he'd have been dotted around with really good players, Olic, De Bruyne, etc. Probably Zeko at that time as well. But overall, he has brought, as you can see by the stat sheet that we brought to you today, everybody, a real consistency when it comes to defensive solidarity to this Wolfsburg side over his career, of which it spanned from 14 to 24. It's been a very, very decent career for him there. And when he's played, he's been very effective, which is why Mainz went in for him and wanted him so badly. That's it from me, everybody. Hope you've been convinced by this on Joshua Guilavogui. Looks like a really good signing for Leeds. And let's hope that even when he's coming on the pitch, you're looking at him going, oh my goodness, because, you know, from these top level players, when they've come down to our level in the championship, we've seen it over the years, even at an elder age, that they can definitely perform and perform at a really good level. That's been it from me, guys. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Head on over to the Patreon as well. It's been an absolute pleasure. It's been Connor. I'll see you in a bit.